perhaps give us an insight into what you thought that pitch would do with the emerald hue and perhaps what it has done over the course of the day, or have New Zealand just batted sensationally?
Look, I think a bit of both. I think they've obviously played really well. And unfortunately, we couldn't hit the heights of in terms of discipline from last week. I thought Latham played really well. He left a lot of good balls early this morning and made us bowl to him. And then, unfortunately, like I said, we didn't bowl enough good balls to create the sort of pressure that we created last week. And then. Conway is in unbelievable form, isn't he? So he went in and made it look very easy. I think the pitch, when you see the pitch, the greenness of the wicket, you think that it's going to do perhaps more than it did today. I don't think it's done as much as we expected, but at the same time, I'm not going to make excuses for us. I don't think we bowled as well as we could have done either.
What do you tell your players tonight in response to this to try and G them up, because there's still a lot on the line for Bangladesh here with the prospect of a series win?
Yeah, I mean, but we saw today the highs and lows of international sport. Last week, obviously, we were on a high. And this week, perhaps the emotional and physical investment in last week, perhaps we're still feeling the effects of that. And we didn't hit our straps, And New Zealand, obviously, would have been, hurting from last week, and they came back and showed why they're one of the best teams in the world. Why they've got the mace. They've applied themselves. They left a lot better, and they showed us why they're holding the mace at the moment.
Thanks, Otis.
Hello, anybody else?
Just wanted to know, obviously they bowled really well in the last test match, and you must have been really pleased with how they went about it. Do you think, despite today's performance, do you think they're in the right sort of track in terms of progress and improvement in international cricket?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. You look at the inexperience of the bowling attack. Abadot is our most experienced seamer with 12 games, Sharif was playing his third or fourth, and Taskin's played 9. So when you look at the inexperience of the bowling attack and where they got to last week in terms of growth, in terms of learning, but again, today is a lesson for them. International sport is tough. It's a tough business, and you have to be ready for every situation. And unfortunately, today we weren't able to, like I said, recreate the discipline that we showed last week, the attitude that I think the attitude was good today. We just weren't as disciplined as we can be. And, like I said, it looked like the pitch would offer a little bit more than it did. But when we got our lanes too full, there was not a lot of seam movement, and the New Zealand batters were able to capitalize on us. But in terms of growth, I think the guys have moved forward, I hope that they will take a lot of learning from the last game and also from this game too, to recognize that when the opportunity presents itself, you've got to be ready to take it.
Or is just a question about the team itself. A couple of things. First of all, Mushfiq didn't play because I think it was a late sort of call. He had a fitness test in the morning. Did it disturb the team's morale in any way? And secondly, there were 2 overthrows, and they were quite comical. I mean, one went for 7, one went for 5.
Yeah.
I mean, was it a little bit overexcitement after that test win?
Look, I don't want to link the fielding to the test win. I think the test win, we really celebrated that last week, and then we tried to move on from that and get ourselves ready for this week. So that was just poor cricket on our part, both for the overthrows. With regards to Mushi, he tweaked his groin yesterday. He let us know that he was struggling a little bit. He tried desperately today to try and get fit, to try and do a fitness test this morning, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. I don't think it disrupted us anything because the coach, of course, he's a massive miss for us because he's a fantastic player for us, but the coach made sure that everybody was up to speed with what was going on, and if Mushi was past fit today, he would play, and if not, who would play and where they would bat and everything. So the communication around that was spot on, But we just had Just another day at the office. You know, there's no guarantee that every day is going to be a good day. So we just had another day at the office, and we got to come back tomorrow. We got to get fresh, come back tomorrow, and try and have a better day.
In terms of that, I mean, what are you looking at? What are you going to tell the bowlers to do tomorrow? What areas do you think they need to improve tomorrow?
Yeah, we got to learn from today. I think today we bowled too many 4 balls, too many balls wide outside the off stump. When we missed our length, we missed our length short and got cut, or we missed our length too full and got driven. You know, so you want to do one or the other. You can't be doing both and allowing the New Zealanders to score down the ground and both sides of the wickets. You're not. One of the things that we talk about is controlling the length. We always say, one of my mantras is, if you can't control the scoring if you're not controlling length, you know, and we didn't control length well enough today to build any pressure on them. So that's something that we certainly must learn from tomorrow. You know, tomorrow, hopefully we get everybody fresh. The lads put in a lot of work today. We get everybody fresh tomorrow, and then we come back and try and see if we can improve on the performance of today.